dead.
What if I told you that some of the best movies and shows of 2025 haven't even hit your radar yet? From retired detectives solving real murders, to monster legends rising from the dead, to one high-speed comeback that had me grinning ear to ear. This year's lineup on Netflix and Apple TV Plus is next level. And trust me, you do not want to miss what's ranked at number 7, and number 2 is pure chaos in the best way possible. But number 1, that's my personal favorite. Dark, gripping, and totally different from anything else this year. Never ever skip that one. So hit that subscribe button for more must-watch breakdowns, and let's dive into the top 10 new Netflix and Apple TV Plus movies to watch in 2025. Let's get into it. First up, at number 10, we've got the Thursday Murder Club. They're old, they're bored, and they just found a real murder to solve.
Who are you? I'm sorry, how rude of me.
In this quirky crime comedy, 4 retirees living in a quiet village spend their free time solving old murder cases. One was a spy, one a nurse, one a union leader, and one a psychiatrist, each with their own clever way of thinking. But when a real murder happens right in their neighborhood, they become the unlikely detectives in a live investigation. Streaming on Netflix soon in 2025. At number 9, F1.
A lone wolf.
This is the comeback story you didn't know you needed. Speed, pressure, legacy. Brad Pitt plays Sonny Hayes, a former Formula One driver forced into retirement after a brutal crash. Years later, he's pulled back into the racing world, not to compete, but to mentor a young, rising star. But once he's back in the pit, that old fire returns. As rivalries heat up and stakes climb, can he stay on the sidelines, or will he risk it all for one last ride? Exclusively will be on Apple TV Plus soon. Coming in at number 8, Wake Up Dead Man, Netflix. Get ready, detective fans. Benoit Blanc is back.
Be over to another year.
For a man, a reason. This is the Holy Grail.
In the 3rd chapter of the Knives Out saga, Daniel Craig returns as the smooth-talking sleuth Benoit Blanc, this time facing his darkest and most dangerous case yet. The story is still a mystery, but early buzz says it involves a string of murders that hit way too close to home. Expect mind-bending twists, eccentric suspects, and another puzzle only Blanc can solve, coming to Netflix in 2025. At number 7, Highest to Lowest.
Good times, the hard times will come from success, the hard times will come from the money, and the mayhem follows. So can you handle the mayhem?
Denzel Washington stars in this modern-day crime thriller, where a music mogul with a perfect ear for sound is targeted in a shocking ransom plot. Inspired by the Japanese classic High and Low, this movie throws us into the high-stakes world of music, money, and moral choices. When the life of someone he loves is put at risk, Denzel's character must make an impossible decision: protect his empire, or sacrifice it all for what's right. Set in New York City and directed by Spike Lee, it's gritty, stylish, and unforgettable. Watch it only on Apple TV Plus. Coming in at number 6, Frankenstein. He was supposed to be dead, but some monsters don't stay buried. Guillermo del Toro brings a haunting new version of Frankenstein to life.
Seeking life.
Set in the 1800s, it follows Dr. Pretorius as he searches for Frankenstein's monster, who was believed to have died in a fire 40 years ago. What he finds is not just a creature, but a being full of pain, questions, and a dangerous sense of purpose. With Oscar Isaac and Jacob Elordi, this movie mixes horror with heartbreak, exploring what it really means to create life and what happens when that life turns on you. Streaming on Netflix. At number 5, we've got Echo Valley.
I make one call and all roads lead back to you.
How are you holding up? I can't really talk about it.
What's going on? What did you do?
You have a lot, and I want it.
I won't let anything happen to you.
It's a peaceful farm until the night everything changes. In Echo Valley, a woman named Kate is quietly dealing with her own emotional scars while training horses on a remote Pennsylvania farm. But one night, her daughter shows up covered in someone else's blood, frantic, scared, and unable to explain what happened. Now, Kate must protect her child, even if it means crossing some serious moral line. It's raw, emotional, and full of tension from beginning to end. Streaming on Apple TV+. At number 4, Happy Gilmore 2. He's back on the green.
You can always shank one.
Everyone is talking about the comeback kid.
Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore.
We've been watching you play, Mr. Gilmore.
And this time, it's personal. Adam Sandler returns as Happy Gilmore in this hilarious sequel nearly 30 years after his first golf victory. Now older and a little grumpier, Happy picks up his clubs again to raise money for his daughter's ballet school. He'll face new rivals, old enemies, and try not to lose his cool, though we know that's impossible. Expect classic Happy Gilmore humor, heart, and a lot of broken golf clubs. Streaming only on Netflix. At number 3, Fountain of Youth.
It's here. He can't succeed.
Well, in this movie, two estranged siblings think they've found the way. Fountain of Youth is an action-packed adventure where a brother and sister, who haven't spoken in years, team up on a globe-spanning quest to find the legendary fountain that grants immortality. Using ancient maps and cryptic clues, they must survive deadly traps and rival treasure hunters. But more than that, they must learn to trust each other again. It's like National Treasure meets Tomb Raider with real heart, streaming only on Apple TV+. At number 2, we've got Moke. This one's not a movie, it's a mini-series.
You need to get somebody quick before one of them kills again.
What crime would that be?
But trust me, it had to be on the list. Smoke follows a burned-out detective and an intense fire investigator, teaming up to hunt down 2 serial arsonists, lighting up the Pacific Northwest. As fires break out across towns, what starts as a criminal case becomes something much more personal. Twisted motives, buried secrets, and a chilling game of cat and mouse. Taron Egerton in the lead role, Pure Fire, available only on Apple TV+. And at number 1, now before we wrap up, there's one more powerful story I had to include. This one's not a movie, and it's not fiction, but it's so impactful, I'm glad to add it to this list.
Tack, who else knew about it?
There was a fury and a sadness. So many lives were lost.
This show is a gripping new documentary series on Netflix that takes us back to the devastating London bombings of July 7th, 2005. 4 suicide bombers attacked the city's public transport system, killing 52 people and injuring over 700. What followed was an intense, high-stakes manhunt to find those responsible, a second failed attack, and the heartbreaking wrongful killing of Jean-Charles Jimenez. This is a must-watch on Netflix.